Hey guys, my name is Sanjay and welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a long overdue state of the collection. I've been planning to do this. I normally do this every year on February. I don't know why, but that's just is how it's tended to be. This year I was waiting for a particular watch. I got the call for it, but I had to turn it down. We can talk about that a bit later. But then another watch was announced, which threw the whole thing into disarray. And yeah, so I figured now is probably a good time to do a state of the collection because it's kind of past that time where I'd like to do it. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to try and pick a watch from a random collection of watches here. I've got all the watches in at home. So today they're in this pile of microfibers. So I'm going to pick the watch blindly. Plan is to guess what watch it is and also to tell you a quick story about that watch before moving on. And yeah, that's the plan. I hope it's kind of fun. I think it's going to be fun. So that's the plan. On my wrist today is not my own watch, which is fitting. It's actually a friend who lent it in. Marcus, thank you again for this incredible piece. It's the Moser Platinum Perpetual Calendar. I'm not quite sure what the whole name is, but I am very honored to have this. I know Marcus winds this watch up every Sunday, and it's a perpetual calendar watch, so keeping that tradition going. It's almost fully wound. I was winding it up a bit, but I am a little insane when it comes to winding habits because I don't like to wind a watch from zero to full. That's a whole other story. We'll maybe get into that. Actually, probably won't. Anyway, that's that. Let's do the state of the... Oh, wait. You are infinitely valuable. I hope you know that. I know I say that a lot, but I mean it. You are infinitely valuable. I hope you know that a great price has been paid for you as well. That you are precious and you're worth it. And you really, really are. You are absolutely infinitely valuable. No one can place a price on you. And you mean a lot. So let's do that state of the collection. Okay, here's a closer look at that Moser Perpetual Calendar. It is heavy. And my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, just so you guys know. Before we get started, a couple of rest in pieces. A couple of goodbyes to the watches that meant a lot. This was the beautiful and exquisite Grand Seiko SBG Y003. 2023 February was the goodbye for this guy. It was in my collection for about 3 years, so that was pretty big for me, and it is gone. That guy's still there. That guy's gone. It's not even worth talking about some of these guys because they didn't last very long, as is the case with my collection. But another one is a big goodbye to the beautiful Speedmaster 3861 Sapphire Sandwich. I really enjoyed my time with this guy, but you know, it was time. It was time to move on. It's a big watch. I was getting into smaller watches, and eventually I put it towards one very special watch that I have right now. I will talk about that later. So I think those are the notable ones. We will move on, shall we? Okay, so got a pile of microfibers here. Each microfiber is enveloping a specific watch. Some of them are more secure than others, and most of them are yellow, so I don't quite know what this is. Okay, so I'm thinking this is a little light, so it's got to be on a strap. I don't know. Could this be the special watch that I was talking about? The SBGW295? My guess is the SBGW295 on this one. In here. I'm not... I was wrong. Oh, this guy. Alright. So, this is the SRP 853, I'm gonna guess. The SRP 853, let me double check that. Bit informal here for this state of the collection. I suspect this will be a longer video, but this is the Seiko Presage SRP 853. Got it. SRP 853J1. I purchased this in June of 2021. So this is actually one of those watches that have been in my collection for quite some time. It's a 34mm cocktail time. A lot of people, including Seiko, consider this to be a lady's watch. I, on the other hand, do not. So 34mm watch. The reason I picked this one up is because at the time, there weren't a whole lot of red dialed watches or burgundy-ish dialed watches. And this was an exception. I really wanted a reddish watch, and I did want that smaller presage size. The 40mm size is a bit too big for me, a bit too clunky for me personally. But this one was just right, and I'm happy with this guy, and it stayed in my collection. So it's one of those watches. Burgundy is my favorite color, and this is not burgundy, definitely, but it is, you know, reddish, darkish red. And this watch came into my collection because I had a little bit of experience with the 34mm Presage. We'll probably get into that one. Not much of a story other than the fact that I felt like I wanted a red dial watch. So not an interesting purchase there, and it hasn't left my collection since. I don't think I'll be trying on most watches, except for that one, just to show you guys. But I'm gonna pick another one here. This one's kind of sticking out. Yeah, okay. Okay, that microfiber kind of fell out. Okay, this one's a special one. This is the Super Mario Bros. Special Edition G-Shock Square. The DW 5600 SMB, I believe. So this one was actually a gift from a very dear friend of mine, Clayton from the Watchdog podcast. He picked this one up, and he said it reminded him of me. I am a bit of a Nintendo guy. I enjoy Super Mario Bros. I enjoy Nintendo stuff. I just happen to have a couple of Pikmin here. I'm sure most of you don't know what that is, but anyway, I used to be a gamer, bit of a gamer, and so my friend Clayton wanted to pick this one up for me. It is incredibly cool. It has this 8-bit Mario here on the strap. On the front, you have a Koopa shell, blue and red. That's like the original color scheme, right? The blue sky, the red bricks, reddish, I guess. The light here, probably won't be able to see this, but you see a Mario in there when you turn on the light. It's not too visible. It's just says 1-up. And yeah, very fun piece. I can't say that it's a beautiful piece, but that does not make it any less fun. I really love that. It means a lot to me too. There's a couple of gift watches that will come up here, so we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's pick another microfiber. Oh, this one's heavy. Okay, it's a green microfiber. It's kind of heavy. Okay, I'm gonna guess. Do I get to feel it? Okay, I'm gonna feel it a little. It's heavy. Definitely on a bracelet. I'm gonna say this is my Planet Ocean. Yeah, you can't beat that feeling. Very chunky, very squarish. You know, like the side profile of this. So, funny story about this Planet Ocean. I initially purchased the the black dial version for my 30th birthday celebration watch, and that was in 2021. I since sold it and ended up picking up a Grand Seiko Winter, so SPGA 415. I figured that would be my 30th birthday watch, and yeah, I really missed this guy. Eventually I did pick this up again, this time in the blue color. I think the blue and orange go really well. I like the black and orange too. So sometimes I wake up thinking, I should have got the black one. But then other days I'm really happy I got the blue one. So I think this up until recently, I haven't seen the Black Bay 54 yet. But I think this was the best dive watch for a smaller wrist up until recently. We'll see once I get my hands on the Black Bay 54. It has a really long lug to lug, so I'm concerned. And those lugs are straight. I like how the Planet Ocean lugs, it's kind of a stubby watch, and the lugs are very constrained. It's a 39.5 mil watch, and it's got a beautiful case back with the coaxial 8800 movement. Very, very nice. I really love this watch. I do wear it quite often. It's one of the upper watches in my collection. One of the ones that I wear a lot. Whole heap. All right, another microfiber. Actually, this one's a terry cloth. Let's see what's in the terry cloth. I did this a while ago, so I can't quite remember what's in. Oh wait, I didn't guess. I saw that. Yeah, this one's the Legend Diver. I forgot I was supposed to guess. Oh well. All right, so this actually is another small dive watch. I've been getting into 2022 was the year of the small watch for me. Discovering really great small watches that fit my wrist. And the Legend Diver 36 was one of those really nice ones. This one has a brownish, reddish dial. A couple of funny stories with this guy. But the main one is the fact that this was the watch where I first experienced a spring bar failure. I don't know if I'll be able to capture. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see it. So the spring bar failed on this watch and it went into concrete. And of course it chews up microfibers now. It pulls in threads. But the only damage is the bottom of that lug. The rest of the watch was perfectly fine. Not even a scratch on the bezel or the top of the case. But yeah, I guess the strap that I had on it previously was a really thick strap butting up against the case of the watch, and over a few months it just gave way after a while. And so the Legend Diver took a tumble. The only watch in my collection to have taken a tumble. And it works perfectly. The timekeeping has not been affected. Everything else works perfectly. No evidence of a fall other than that underside of that lug there. So needless to say, check your spring bars. Check your spring bars. Make sure they're okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have spent that long not checking those spring bars, especially after that long, that kind of high pressure situation where that strap was pushing up against the head of the watch. This guy, this is the Seiko SRP 843, another 34 millimeter watch to go along with this one. This, on the other hand, was my wife's watch. So I had purchased, this is the Cocktail Time Fuyugeshiki Special Edition, Winter Scene. As you can see, the dial is very, you'll see that there are quite a few scratches on that Hardlex crystal, but the dial has very, very beautiful pattern there. So this is a watch that was supposed to be our 4th anniversary present from me for my wife. I picked up the 40 millimeter power reserve version of the Fuyugeshiki. Did not enjoy that watch, and I sold it on. My watch wore this for a significant amount of time, and she got really bored with it. So it is now part of my collection. The unfortunate thing, though, is the fact that it has those scratches. Probably from hitting counters and stuff like that. Something pretty hard. The sides of our sink has pretty sharp edges. So I'm guessing it's from that. Like quartz or granite. Granite will definitely do that to your watch. So yeah, lots of scratches on that Hardlex, but this Hardlex is perfect. So I have no problem with Hardlex. Unless if you're doing dishes or something. Take your watch off. But yeah, 34 mil Seiko Cocktail Time, another one of those. All right, let's see. Oh man, it's a bit messy. Oh, that one unraveled. I'm not doing too good guessing here, but this is that special watch. This is the special, the crown jewel of my collection. This is the Grand Seiko SBGW 295. It's got a manually wound Grand Seiko movement. Pretty beautifully decorated, I'd say. Not compared to this thing. But the special part about this watch is the fact that this is a hand lacquered urushi lacquer dial. The hands are gold tone. I'm pretty sure they're not solid gold, but the logo and the indices are built up with urushi lacquer, and then topped off with gold dust, 24 karat gold dust. Case is mostly high polished, very simple case, but beautiful nonetheless. This has got Seiko's brilliant hard titanium, and I put this watch through the ringer. I wear my watches. I mean, I don't put it through the ringer like you'd think of. I mean, I just wear it, and I have had no scratches, no visible marks on this watch. This is on a crocodile, just a OEM Seiko crocodile strap, not a Grand Seiko strap right now. I find the strap really nice. I do enjoy this deployment from Seiko. So temporary home on this watch. But yeah, this brilliant hard titanium, it's no joke. It's actually quite hard. No scratches that you can speak of. This watch is notoriously difficult to capture, as you can tell. Every reflection is reflected. There's supposed to be AR coating on this, but I think it's something to do with the shape of that crystal. It is very bubbly, and not a high dome or anything, but that urushi lacquer and this crystal, I think, do not do well when it comes to reflections. Perfectly legible watch. If I tilt my head over here and I look at it with my naked eye, it's very legible. But for some reason, on a phone or on a camera, it does not picture well. So, brilliant hard titanium. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Okay, that one unraveled itself. Okay, this one is not unraveling itself. Okay, I'm gonna see what's in here. Oof. What do I have left? Oh, I know what this is. It's on a bracelet. It's heavy. It's got to be the Sea of Clouds. It's got to be the Sea of Clouds. Let's see. Yep. So, Grand Seiko SBGP017 Sea of Clouds. This is a 44GS cased watch. Got a beautiful, beautiful dial in that summer sky kind of feeling to it. Beautiful blued logo and blued seconds hand. It's got the 5-pointed star at the 6 o'clock position, indicating that this one is a higher grade 9F movement with a higher grade quartz crystal, homegrown at Seiko, and one of those rare watches with a display case back. So rare quartz watches with a display case back. So you can see Grand Seiko's attention to detail when it comes to even their quartz movements. So this is the 9F85. It's got a jumping hour hand, and what else? It's got that jumping hour hand that is derived from their GMT movement, the 9F86. So it's a bit of a higher end quartz caliber. Other than that, the reason why this watch is special, it used to be a friend of mine's, Torin from Everyday Watch Guy. He owned this watch. I was actually going to go visit him to see him purchase another watch, and I did not expect him to want to trade this piece. So back then this watch was pretty hot. They were all kind of sold out. I think they're less hot nowadays. So they're more easily accessible. But he was trading this in. And I had my Grand Seiko Winter SPGA 415 on. And I figured I'd help him get a bit of a better deal with trade value, and I traded my piece in to get this watch and another watch. And it was a bit of a weird trade situation. It worked out in our favor, I think, in the end. That was a bit of a funny day. So this watch, that's probably the story that goes with this watch. I don't know if it's a keeper. I really love that watch. I do. But I'm trending towards smaller watches, and that one's hard for me. You know, I'd like to go with the smaller Grand Seiko 44 GS case, the 36.5 or the 37 millimeter, like the SPG W289. I want to say that's one of them. And the problem is the hands. I really don't like the hands in that watch. I like Dauphine hands with Grand Seiko, and those watches don't have Dauphine hands. They actually have hands that look quite cheap, in my opinion. This watch is the G-Shock GMAS 2100, I want to say. This is a ladies G-Shock, but you know what? I really enjoyed this one. This watch I got when I switched jobs. I used to have a desk job before. I switched to a more blue collar like job, and I didn't feel like I was dress watch heavy. I'm a dress watch guy. I enjoy dressy watches, and I didn't have very many high water resistant watches. I was a little anxious, so I picked this watch up to wear at work, and I did so for a few months, and then I just started wearing my dress watches to work, despite the appearance. I don't think the appearance clashes. I think a lot of people think I'm crazy for doing that, but I really haven't damaged any watches in doing so far, nor have I had any issues with water. So I'm enjoying wearing my dress watches. This watch is not getting worn very much though. So yeah, I can't remember the last time I put this one on. I wore it steady for about 2 weeks, I want to say. It's all resin, so I'm gonna let this rest on a watch. All resin means all good. That's interesting that a lot of the gift watches, save for this one, didn't come up. But this is a special gift watch. It's a Ulysse Nardin automatic. Not quite sure what the history is on this watch. I don't really know too much about it. All I do know is that it is a very, very, very generous gift from a good friend of mine. I don't deserve such kindness, but I'm very thankful for it. So thank you, Walter. This when I got it, my friend said that he was not able to get it working too well. It had issues with manually winding. As you can see, I just manually wound that up to go. Automatic. Oh wait, no. The automatic. Yeah, the rotor was not winding up the watch. So that was the problem with this thing. And I took it to my UN authorized dealer, who has a really experienced watchmaker with a lot of connections, and they were able to get the part needed. It took a long time. It took 7 months, I think, and they got it fixed, and it was quite pricey, but this watch means a lot. It means a lot, and I'm grateful I was able to get it running. I'm grateful to my watchmaker. Shout out to Bandiera Jewelers in Toronto. You guys are the best. Thank you for getting this working the way it should, so that it will automatically wind on my wrist. And it was worth every penny, because it is one of those watches that means a whole lot to me, because it was a gift. And another watch that means a whole lot is not here. I thought that was the next watch. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. It is this guy. Oh boy. Okay. What is this thing called? This is a G-Shock Memford limited edition DW 6900. let me check this one up. DW 6900. There we go. DW 6900 BWD. The Memford limited edition G-Shock. This thing is colossal, but it is so much fun to wear. It's one of those. I call these. There's like a specific class of watch called like a powerful watch. This is one of those powerful watches. I think the Omega Seamaster Professional 300 meters. That one is a powerful watch. The 43.5 millimeter or 43.5 millimeter. Was it the 42? The Planet Ocean. The medium-sized Planet Ocean. Not the mid-size, but the next size up to that one. And that one is a powerful feeling watch. You feel like you could be used as a weapon. That watch can be used as a weapon. And I feel like this watch can be used as a weapon. For G-Shock, it is heavy. It is thick. It's so cool. Such a cool combo. Look at this color. I don't like blue and black together, but this is different. this is nice. So there's 3 different shades of blue on this watch. You got the band blue. I think the blue on this is different to the blue on inside the watch dial. And of course there's the blue light. All very, very cool. This one was sent in to me as a gift by another very, very generous friend, Chaz. Thank you, sir. Another watch that means so much to me. I may not wear these watches too often. I wore this on most of Saturday, so I had a lot of fun wearing this watch while doing some yard work and taking care of stuff outside. Or was that Friday? One of these past days. And I had a blast. I had a blast with this watch. It's huge. It doesn't look too flattering on me, but at the same time, if you see it on my wrist from a distance, it doesn't look out of place. I've got a 16 centimeter wrist, right? But I'm pretty tall, and it doesn't look too out of place, especially if you see yourself in a mirror from a fair distance. It's completely different to looking at something this close up. You don't have any context of how this watch is proportioned to the rest of me, right? But when you see it as a whole package, it's different. It's very different. So thank you again to my dear friends. Oh, I don't deserve any of you. I really don't. I'm grateful. Last but not least, the watch that everyone loves to hate is the 34mm Tudor Royal. I forgot to mention that this vintage Ulysse Nardin is 33mm. So this watch actually kicked off my love of smaller watches. Even though you'd think that these watches, these 34mm presages, got me into the smaller watch game, it was this one. The presages were kind of a joke. Even though I had them, I was like, haha, ladies' watch that I wear, ha ha ha. But this watch got me really into the smaller watch. I had seen this 36mm Longines Legend Diver in the past, never considered it. I tried it on my wrist, I was like, whatever. It's not for me. I like my bigger watches. But this watch crumbled my worldview when it comes to watches, at least. And that led to me actually considering the 34mm Tudor Royal. I don't understand how you guys think this is not a... I mean, at least some of my friends don't think this is a beautiful watch. It is beautiful. It's just... I mean, a lot of us, we tend to agree, right? When watches are beautiful and ugly. This one is not one of those things. People don't like this watch. At least the people I know. I don't know. Guys, would you look at this thing? Look at the curvature on the side of that case. Oh, look at that bezel. Sure, that one I could see it not being for everyone, but it is magnificent. That curvature is just delightful. Absolutely delightful. The bracelet is very, very comfortable as well. It's got the dual, like it's not flat on the bottom. It's got this concaveness on the underside as well as the top side. Very, very subtle. Very comfortable to wear. And this watch wears bigger than a 34mm. I also think this looks better than the bigger iterations because the date is at the edge of the dial. It just fits. Everything just fits well on this guy. and I think it looks great. One sour spot in this watch is a little bit of a bummer, is that speck of whatever that might be that's under the dial there on that seconds hand. Very unfortunate, hard to unsee, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's a Tudor Royal. That looks great. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on. Guys, it's such a good watch. It is such a good watch, and it's good, well priced, I would say. And Tudor just released a bunch of other watches. They released a salmon dial iteration of this of this Tudor Royal. I think I'd still go with the silver dial. I like the silver dial. Sorry for this focus. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. I'm not sure. Not sure what's up. There. Okay. 34 mil on a 16 centimeter wrist. It just looks right. It feels right. It's wonderful. It's delightful to wear. It's not too heavy. It's just right. And I'm really happy with it. And I really don't understand. I mean, sure. I get it. We can't all agree on everything, right? But man, that's hard. I like the Tudor Royal. Well, guys, that's it. That's state of the collection. I counted the G-Shocks this time. A lot of people say the G-Shocks don't count, but I'm gonna say it counts here. So let me know what you guys think about this. I am sorry for missing the Saturday night watch talk this past weekend, but I hope this is enjoyable for you to talk about this this collection of mine, and things to look forward to. I'm looking forward to checking out the Black Bay 54. Chances are good that I will purchase one. So the Black Bay 54 is high up on the priority list. I am really smitten by a Zin U50. So a Zin U50 or a T50 might be in the future of this collection. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I think I like the hands on the T50 better than the U50. U50 has those blocky hands, but the T50 has more traditional sword hands. So we'll see. I haven't seen the T50 in person yet, but the U50 is beautiful. So I really like that. If the Black Bay 54, for whatever reason, if it doesn't work for me, I'm going U50. U50 is just calling me. Or T50. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, you are infinitely valuable. You're precious and you're worth it. Take care. Stay safe out there. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone.